All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Amushuka, and I'm called Coach Josh by most people. And for me, this meeting, is so critical, is so crucial. Just before I started the Zoom, I my mechanic came to drop my car. I finally went to go and get it serviced after. Anyway, I'll talk about it during the presentation. But he told me that fuel is about to go up, that I should come out now and come and buy fuel. But I said I have a meeting, I have a presentation now, and I can't possibly do that. But fuel is about to go up again. Like things are not already difficult enough. Like things are not already hard enough. The price of fuel is about to go up again. And we already saw this coming. So pay close attention to this information. I don't joke with it because it is powerful, it is life-changing. It's going to help you, even if you don't want to do business, as a household, as a business owner, this is going to help you to profit. Because if you spend all your money on fuel, it's going to eat into your profits as a business owner, as a family man, as a family woman. If your salary is not rising to meet the cost of inflation, yet the amount that you're spending on petrol or on gas continues to increase, then it's affecting your household disposable income. So we're going to show you how you can keep more of your money and stop burning it on fuel so that you can use that money for other things. And for those of you who are business minded, even if you're not business minded, if you're in a place where you need to do better financially, at the end of this meeting, you will have every reason to give God thanks, to give God praise, because you see that God has been mindful of you in bringing this your way at this time, especially at this point in time. So I'm going to be speaking business, but you'll be seeing the value proposition that we have, and you'll be seeing how strong it is. So we always start with the wealth creation formula, and it simply explains that all wealth creation must start with value. You must be solving a real problem. When you solve a problem, value is created. If you think of all the times you spent money today, you spent money in exchange for a solution. So money follows value. That must be the beginning point of all wealth creation. The next part of the formula is volume. Talking about how can you get more people to access your solution, because the more people can access your solution, the more money you can make. The last component is frequency. The more frequently people need your solution, also the more money you can make. So if you have a solution that people need, something that solves a real problem, and in our case, this is something in the oil and gas sector, solving a real pain point for people not just Nigeria, all over the world. Okay, we're building volume around this solution, and it's our mission right now. It's our mission to put a smile on the faces of at least 10 million Nigerians over the next 6 to 8 months, because people need this solution. It's not a luxury, as you're going to see. And thankfully, because this is something people need on an ongoing basis, there's a lot of money to be made. So if we look at Nigeria as a case study, how much are we currently spending every month on petrol? For example, we're spending about 700 billion on petrol. About 700 billion. There's no money, we're spending that much. And why are we spending so much? Because power generation is still an issue in Nigeria, in most parts of Africa. As I speak, as I'm doing this Zoom call, I'm not doing it with power. There's rarely power. So homes are going to have to generate power, with generators. Businesses, whether you are a tailor, whether you make zobo, whether you are a big manufacturer, whatever it is you're doing, you're going to have to either be running a petrol gen or a diesel gen. Okay? So even the farmer in the village, his farm products have to get to the city centers somehow. He's either going to use a bike or a truck or a lorry to move tomatoes, to move beans, to move all of that. So there's a huge demand for oil and gas. There's a huge demand, and anyone that plays in this space will make a lot of money. Oil is the most traded commodity in the world. It grieves my heart whenever I see people look at this opportunity in the same light as which they have viewed other opportunities in the past. This is an oil and gas business opportunity. It must be accorded the level of respect. It is oil and gas. The people who play in this space are not the everyday people. They're not your average Joes. Dangote, already the wealthiest man in the world, went into oil and gas. He's not stupid. He understands oil is the most traded commodity in the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is not your regular business opportunity. And I wish I could get people's eyes to open to see that. Because there's some friends I have, I know that they need a financial breakthrough. Look, I said I'm going to be talking business. I'll show you the value of the product. But I'm talking with this much animation and excitement because I understand the value. When you have a real solution, wealth is not difficult to come by. Look, please pay attention to what I'm saying. Because if you are on this call and you need a financial miracle, you have found it tonight. You have found it tonight. The good news is we have a solution that can position now the average Joe. You don't have to be a billionaire or even a millionaire. How do you explain, guys? I'm talking with this much passion because of how much I have made and how much other people have made in the last 90 days, in the last 120 days, since they removed subsidy. We found this thing a few days after they removed subsidy, and we began, it had been in Nigeria since, but nobody paid attention to it. My attention was drawn to it after the subsidy because I was looking, a friend called me and said, Josh, what are we going to do with this, this subsidy removal, blah, blah, blah. And I remembered a woman had messaged me in the month of March about a fuel treatment that I knew the history. I knew it was a product that worked. I knew that people had made hundreds of thousands of dollars selling this product years ago. But for some reason, I didn't pay attention. And I just knew that this was the time for this business. And I mean, how do you explain that a business that you start with less than 150,000 naira can make you over 17 million in a space of 3 to 4 months? Do you understand what I'm saying? There's people who are doing over $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 in a short space of time. Not because anybody's a superstar, it's because it solves a real pain point. So we found a solution that can position you to make money every time that businesses and individuals use petrol, diesel, and cooking gas. So are you ready for profits? If you are ready, type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. I'm speaking with this passion because I understand what's happening in a lot of families. In the month of May, I was in a financial hole. I was in a crisis. I was in a debt to the tune of $20,000. I was in a debt to the tune of $20,000. And by the grace of God, in 4 months, I've literally cleared that debt. I sleep easily now. Now, to show you the magnitude of the opportunity that we are presented with tonight, if all we did was service the petrol market, we would be making 42 billion in revenues every month. But this product works for petrol, diesel, gas, kerosene. So we easily do over 100 billion every single month by bringing this product to the awareness of everybody currently spending money on petrol, diesel, and gas. It's no other product but Fuel Factor X. It's an advanced fuel treatment. Advanced fuel treatment. It essentially does 4 things. It reduces the emissions. It improves your fuel economy, meaning it helps your fuel to burn for longer. It enhances your engine performance, and it prolongs your engine life. These are the 4 things that this product does, and it's made in America. It's not made in China. It's not made in Asia. I mean, I'm not trying to put down any economies, but there are certain parts of the world that are known for quality. They are known for consumer protection. You cannot get away with ripping people off for a sustained period of time in certain environments. Donald Trump is currently facing charges. That's a former president. The immediate past president is facing charges. Do you understand? So when something comes from the US, you can be sure that if they say it does this, it better do that. Because in America, don't you hear of the kind of things that people get sued to court for? A boy identifies as a girl, and because you address him with the wrong pronoun, you are sued to court. Or a child believes that he's a cat, and so if you don't address him by the pronouns for cat, then you can be sued to court and you can even go to jail. How much more when you now have a product that you advertise that can prolong engine life, and then your product instead is damaging engines? You cannot get away with that kind of thing in that kind of market. So if you are listening here and you have any apprehension, because There's some people who have avoided this because their mechanics said, we have side effects. A mechanic who has probably full sat, I'm not putting them down, but I'm just saying their level of exposure is not robust enough to understand science. Okay, so this product has a history of more than 30 years by large industrial corporations. It was only available in this 55 gallon, and that 55 gallon is over 20 million. So it wasn't available to the everyday, to the average Joe. The 5 gallon is about 5 million. The 1 gallon is 1.2 million. It was until, somebody had the brilliant idea to repackage it into smaller unit, 10 mil sachets, and the sachet is now, the sachet is $5 to $7. The bottle, $75. The gallon is over $1,000. How many people can buy a gallon of $1,000 and just keep in the house and be using? No. But now that we have a $75 bottle, people can it. Now we have a $7 sachet. Now the average person can afford it. So that's why you and I now have the benefit. And like I said, it's based on science. The science is called organometallic chemistry. You can go and Google that for yourself. Organometallic, and you can just Google organometallic chemistry and fuel economy and read. Just read. Don't let any ignoramus mechanic cheat you and make you continue burning money, burning fuel, because of their ignorance. For me, with this news that the price of fuel is about to go up, it will be foolishness for anyone to still be spending money when you are aware that there's something that can save you money. If you're a business owner, you should be cutting down on cost. If you're a house, whatever it is, and these products will help you do exactly just that. Now, for those of you that are academic and you like to really dig into stuff, we have the commercial white paper. Spend time to read it. Spend time to read it. You will see all the testing that has been done. Very extensive testing. In the US, not in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you can bribe and collect pali. It pains me to say that, but you can just pay your way through and get certified. Some people are asking, there was somebody that was telling me that what is the certification in Nigeria? I'm like, really? In Nigeria, certification in Nigeria, when you can pay for anything? Anyway, so if you want to look at the details of the product, why, is it safe for your engine and all of that, go through all the commercial white paper and you get all the information. So what will it do for you? Number one, the organometallic compound, which is also a burn rate modifier, will extend your fuel usage by 20 to 50%. I'm not going to go into how it does that because of time, but it will extend your fuel usage by 20 to 50%, right? It's going to make your fuel burn more efficiently and more completely. It will also boost your octane rating. In Africa, we have the worst quality of fuels anywhere in the world. And so an engine that should run for 25 years, bring it to Africa, it will pack up in 10 to 15 years. If it will last that long. Is it not curious that the white man would have used the car for 15 years and bring it here and it still looks like new? It still drives like new, but then it comes here and within 5 years, it is gone. 10 years, it is gone. Our fuels are horrible. Our diesels are the worst grade of diesel. Ask anybody who knows this. So this will boost the octane rating of your fuel, increasing engine performance and horsepower. It will also protect your engine from the damage caused by poor quality fuels. It will also reduce your emissions by up to 30% and prevent carbon buildup within the engine. This product will also extend the servicing and maintenance requirement times. So, for example, I just decided to go and service my car today. My mechanic saw my engine oil and he was wowed. As a matter of fact, so at the mechanic place, another guy came and I was talking to him about FFX, and my mechanic was saying, "Oh, that product, Oshishagon," and he actually took the dipstick and he said, "Look at the oil." He showed the other guy, said, "Look at the oil." That it did not change color. It didn't change color. This is because FFX will reduce the amount of carbon deposits. Because now what happens normally is, as fuel is burning, some of it is generating power, some of it is being converted to waste, smoke, carbon deposits. FFX will ensure that a greater percentage of your fuel is actually burned to generate power, not to generate carbon, soot, smoke. Do you understand that? So the less waste is entering your oil chamber, the fresher your oil will stay for a longer period of time. you will spend less on maintenance. So it's protecting the planet in terms of reduced emissions, but it's also protecting your bank account, because the date for servicing was August 8th, but I just did my servicing today in October. Okay, FFX also contains lubricants. These lubricants will reduce the friction within all the different parts of the engine, because engines are metallic moving parts, and friction also contributes to wear and tear. The reason why when you wear a shoe for a long time, the edge will begin to bend, is because of friction. The reason things get old is because of friction. But the lubrication in FFX will ensure that, so just take your palms and rub them together very fast. It will generate heat because of friction. But now dip your 2 palms in oil and then rub them again. You see that they will just glide over each other. So there will be less heat generated because of less friction. So it's just imagine that in your engines, it will last you for a longer time. FFX contains detergents. These will clean, it will do a deep cleaning of your injectors, your valves, your nozzles, your pistons, and the entire fuel system, your fuel lines, the combustion chamber, so that all the accumulated carbon deposits that has blocked them, making it less efficient, what they call varnish. Some engines you will touch and you will see it is sticky. That's varnish. Is also a byproduct of combustion. All that thing coating your engine is making your engine retain more heat. If an engine is retaining heat, that engine is getting weaker over time. These detergents will do a deep cleaning of the entire fuel system, making your fuel to burn better, to flow better, but also protecting your engine and prolonging your engine life. FFX contains what we call polymerization retardants or dispersants. Especially in diesel fuels, you will find that if you have this, especially in all these people that use big storage tanks, diesel tends to congeal. It will begin to form sludge. Sludge will start to build up. Again, this can block. This generally makes your engines perform less efficient. You'll see all the sludge build up in all the different parts of the diesel engine. With this, it will reduce that. First of all, within the diesel fuel, it will dissolve any sludge buildup and then help the diesel to burn better within those diesel tanks. So this is something that every bank, right now, we are about to start an aggressive campaign for corporate organizations. Everybody burning a diesel fuel must use this product if they really want to spend less money on maintenance costs and on their fuel costs. It contains rust and corrosion inhibitors. It will prevent rust from, corrosion from, damaging your engine. Engines, again, are metallic. Expose heat to water, to oxygen, it will start to rust. It's just the normal process. Metal will rust. But with FFX, it has corrosion inhibitors that will prevent this rusting from happening. If you think not rusting, go and look inside your fuel tank in your generator. You will see corrosion particles. All those particles will find its way, block a carburetor. If you're using a bigger engine, imagine the implications when you have to spend money to start to replace. As it's happening in your car. So you have to start to, of course, you spend more money on servicing, you're replacing fuel pump, you are spending more money. This is going to protect your pocket, right? Helping you prolong engine life. It contains demulsifiers to separate water from fuel. It contains a fuel stabilizer. Because of time, let me just quickly move. But when people ask that what makes FFX different from the things that you see at the fuel station, first of all, there are so many things condensed into FFX. If you want to match what is in FFX, if you are spending money to buy all these ingredients individually, you will spend a lot of money. And you can't even get all of them in Nigeria. If you're in the US, you may even be able to buy all of them. But it's not even about having the individual components. It's about the combination. It's about the mix, having the right blend. I always say that because you have the recipe to make edika ikong or afang soup doesn't mean you can make it like my grandma who is from Akwa Ibom. From Cross River. Or, my sister-in-law who is from Akwa Ibom. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the concentration, this formula is exclusive to us in My Daily Choice. We have the exclusive rights to this product. So number one, the product is very concentrated. So just imagine that you want to use injector cleaner to clean your injector. You will buy a bottle and you will empty the whole bottle into your tank. So you are pouring like 200, 300 mils into your tank. With FFX, the cover of a bottle is sufficient. 10 mils. 10 mils is all you need to treat your 100-liter tank. So for you that you're driving a saloon car, usually 50 to 70 liters, 7 mils is your standard dosage for FFX. So at the mechanic place today now, when I was talking to the guy, as he held this sachet in his hand, he was like, you mean this small thing will treat my whole tank? This small thing? I said, yes. The response is always the same. People are always, this small thing is going to do that. It's going to do so much. Yes, it is small, but it is mighty. So who can use FX? Anyone, everyone with a combustion engine. Tractor, I'm going to play a video for you now. You see somebody using it with heavy duty equipment, but it also works even with cooking gas. For gas, when your cylinder is empty, before you go and refill, you inject 3 mil into your 12.5. Inject it into it, and there's a video that guides you on how to do it, and go and fill up. If your gas should have taken you 1 month, expect it to that. If your gas should take you 90 days, expect it to take you at least, oh, that's in 90 days. If your gas should take you 30 days, expect it to take you at least 45 days. But we have many people. So, for example, I have a friend, okay, in Lag there, he sold this to restaurants on his street. And a particular restaurant where their gas would do normally 1 day, 12.5 every day, from 1 day started doing 3 days. Another restaurant owner in Ibadan, his 50 kg would do 9 days normally. After treating with FFX, from 9 days began to do 15 days, giving him additional 6 days. That's a 60% increase. A 60% increase. So instead of having to buy, because if he was doing 9 days, that means he will buy at least 3 times a month. Instead of having to buy a 50 kg gas cylinder 3 times a month, now he can buy 2 times a month. Why? Because FFX is giving him 15 days. Do you see the money saved? That's over 40,000. Over 40,000 saved. Okay? So at this point, I'll just pause. Okay, so let me talk about this before I continue. Okay? So and this is to manage people's expectations. Because when people hear this, they get excited and then they want to just buy one and see magic. But remember, all those, it is a science, and all those ingredients are doing a job in the engine. Apart from working on the field, they are also working on the engine to make the engine more efficient. So depending on the state of your engine, the amount of carbon buildup, that's how dirty your engine is, your mileage, users will experience varying results at first while the cleaning process is ongoing, but eventually the results are always the same. So in the blue line, this is an example of somebody who on the first use, he sees improvement immediately. Many people, that's their experience. But some people may see an initial increase in fuel economy, then it drops, then it steadily will rise. Some people look at the red line. At first, maybe when they use it on their first tank, it may finish faster. And you'll be like, what's going on? But when you continue, because that cleaning process needs to go on, the adjustments need to happen. Once you continue giving it this thing is food for your engine. How long are you going to eat food? If you eat balanced diet for just 1 day, and then you now continue eating junk, does it make any sense? So you say you want to make a life change. You want to change from eating junk to, God forbid, maybe one hours, whatever. You start eating a balanced diet, and then because you don't, in 1 week, you don't lose weight. Doesn't make sense. You continue eating the right thing. It's the same thing with this product. You continue giving it, for that cleaning to take place. But this is what we always guarantee people. By your 7th tank, your engine is at peak performance. It has done its job. That's transformed your engine into a very efficient engine. So because of time, let me just pause it here, and I'm going to share my screen and play a number of videos for you to see, the kinds of people that are using FFX, not just in Nigeria, but around the world. And people who are using it in very expensive cars. I like to do this so that people can have, some level of confidence, or, so your mind can be at ease, that this is not going to damage your engine, because people who are using much more expensive things are using FFX. So, okay, let me start from this $500,000 vehicle. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. no time. So I'll just play this. I'll just play these two videos.
Chris Robinson here, just sharing with you today the benefits of Fuel Factor X. And I get asked all the time, Chris, what does it work in? It works in everything. So I figure there's no better way than just take you on a tour with me around Southeast Idaho today as I fuel some of my construction equipment and farming equipment and things that I use in my daily life. So first, this is a 2020 Dodge. I'm actually just going to squeeze in a half an ounce. It's about a 40-gallon tank. That much right there's a half an ounce. I just dump it in. Set the bottom here, grab my fuel nozzle. I'm going to jump on this side and get her. While that's filling up, I just want to point out this is a 2020 Dodge. It does have the diesel exhaust fluid. It will improve your fuel economy. With the DEF, it will reduce the amount of DEF because this product actually reduces your emissions by almost a third, therefore burning your fuel more efficiently, and your diesel regen system will run a lot less. Now, this truck here is 2012. It does not have the diesel exhaust fluid. It's an older farm truck. And yes, it works in older trucks as well. This is a Gale RS 6 34-foot high-reach telehandler forklift. Yep, FFX works in it as well. Dump some in there. Fill her up. Now, one thing I want to point out, you can treat your bulk tanks. So if you have a farm with bulk tanks or even a tank on your truck like this, you can just treat your bulk tanks. We do sell bulk, so you can buy it by drums or you can buy it by little 4-ounce bottles or everything in between. So again, works on everything, construction equipment, farming, everything. Stay tuned. I get asked a lot if it works in gas, diesel. It does. It works in gasoline. It's actually a 2019 Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Same thing, same treatment. Just dump it in. Fill her up. Massey Ferguson rotary swather. Yep, works in it too. Even works in all the toys. Blair's Razor. This is a Kia Stinger sports car. It actually requires high octane fuel, but you don't have to buy the high octane anymore, so you can save 50 cents a gallon by dropping back down to 87. We also have these single dose packs. You just rip the top off, squirt it in. Kubota track skid loader. Yep. So as we wrap up here, and I put it in my case tractor, I've been using this product for over 14 years, treated millions of gallons, millions of dollars worth of fuel, and saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you have this information. Why would you ever pay full price for gas or diesel again?
What's been your experience with this product, and why did you decide to take advantage of this opportunity? Thank you.
Okay, I now drive a BMW X5 with a V8 engine, so I'm a typical example of the kind of person that wants to use it. So the first time I used it, I didn't really see much of a result, and I'm like, wait, this is not the product. But I didn't say anything because I am aware of the type of reactions, the various type of reactions you will see. But by the second usage, I was getting 70 kilometers more. I normally get between 400 and 450 kilometers from a 100-liter tank. Yes, a 100-liter tank. This time around, I got 520, which was brilliant. But today, this very today, I actually know this because I detailed this. I did 49 kilometers in movement today, a total of 49.5 actually. 49.5 kilometers today. And I used only 6 liters. That is half my normal fuel consumption. I used only 6 liters. Let's say 50 kilometers. And let's say 10 liters safe. Let's say 10 liters. Let's say 50 kilometers. Because it's a V8 BMW. Okay. I have a massive engine. and it roars. So I wasn't feathering the throttle, okay? I was driving like I normally would. The exact calculation was 5.9 liters. I am still in shock. Wow. I'm still in shock. So when you called me, I'm like, do you know something? Is it that you have been told? I am excited. Wow. I am excited.
I'm recording this video to show you the difference between the old average and the instant. I have dug into the brain box right now. This is instant consumption, 13.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Without taking off the video, I'm showing you the average that it's been running before. 21 liters per 100 kilometers has been the consumption average. This is the average short-term consumption. This is average long-term consumption. Consumption 2, long-term. Consumption 1, average short-term. When I come back to inside the computer, it gives you exact for instant the current consumption. That
All right, so at this point, I'll stop the videos because of time, and I'll just cross the street to talk about, the business opportunity for those of you who already see value. So let me ask, this should be like a no-brainer question, but how many of you can see value? How many of you can see a solution? You saw in that video someone whose brain box showed you live. That's from the brain box. Normally, what would take him 100 kilometers, right? 21 liters would take him 100 kilometers. Now he's using 13.2 in that video. How many, if you can see value, just type it in the chat. Value. Value. Just type it, value. Remember the wealth creation formula is VVF. If I type VVF in the chat, VVF, value, volume, frequency. If you have a solution that people need, get it into the hands of people. If it's a product they need on an ongoing basis, you are in money. You are in money. Awesome, awesome. So let's move into the business side of things. I'm going to move as quickly as I can, but I expect to be able to round this up in the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes at most. All right, so in terms of price, people often want to know how much can I get this product. For those who just want to do a test, you can buy 3 sachets for 20,000 naira. Okay, but that's if you're buying it at retail. If you're buying wholesale, if you're buying 16 sachets or more, you can actually get it much cheaper. So it just makes sense to create your own account. It's free to create an account. Okay, so there are 2 kinds of accounts that you can create. So this is the price. These are the prices. So there are 2 kinds of accounts you can create. You can either come on board as an affiliate because you want to make money, or as a customer because you just want to save money. So customers buy at wholesale, but they don't make any commissions, even if they share with others. Affiliates also buy at wholesale, but now they can make money when they begin to share this with others. I came on board as an affiliate because, number one, I knew the history of the product. I knew the history of the product. I knew the kinds of money people make. As a matter of fact, I have people who called me, and in the course of conversation, when they found out that it was this product that was once in Nigeria left and was now back. That was it for them. Covenant University, began using this product in 2016, and then the product disappeared. But now that it came back under a new ownership, immediately they heard it came back. They immediately came on board. Because this is a product that was saving them 23,000 liters of diesel in a particular department. 23,000 liters of diesel. So imagine spending 5 million to save 23 million. Is that a good deal? So let me just show you where the big money is. And, I like to say that just give God thanks you are hearing about it now, because timing can make all the difference in business. And when you understand trends, when you understand timing, your results, it will look as if you know how to do it. but you simply just position behind trends. It's like somebody riding a wave versus somebody swimming against the trend. You will struggle if you're trying to swim. There are many ways to make money, and some of you are probably doing very well. But when something is in season, so I mean, for example, you are listening to me using the Zoom app. Zoom has been in existence since 2012. But in 2020, because of COVID, everybody was locked up in their homes. People needed to connect. Zoom became a billion-dollar company in 2020 because of timing. Nigeria is currently, and not just Nigeria, the price of fuel is going up. Now, with what's happening right now in the Middle East, with the, instabilities happening there. I mean, so first of all, we saw Russia, Ukraine, and then we saw the price of fuel begin to go up. Now there's instability in the Middle East. We have no idea how far this is going to go. So the timing, look, anyone who positions themselves in front of this trend, your life can change pretty quickly. So John, I tell people, if you were praying to God for money, from tonight, that prayer changes. You stop praying for money, you start giving God thanks. You start asking for courage, for vision, for wisdom, for strength, for favor as you begin to share this with other people. Finish. And you start to take massive action. So you can either join us now, that it's still early, or you join later. By June of 20, I mean, right now we're still doing about $1 million a month. But by June, we expect to 50x our results. So imagine the kind of profits that we'll be talking about by then. And I just took the liberty to share a few screenshots of, so the first slide, where you see 3,900, this was end of August, right? At this time, this my friend who had made about so he was the one that called me on the 31st of May to say, Josh, what are we going to sell? What business are we going to do to help us boost cash flow? And that call triggered it was the Holy Spirit. It wasn't, it was the Holy Spirit, right? I remember that somebody had sent me something in March, and I just immediately reached. I said, Ma, please send me. I need to add that conversation here. I said, Ma, please send me everything on that field treatment. I'm ready for the business. Now this first chart is that friend. As at end of August, he had already done up to $4,000. And so excited. This other person, this other commission here that you see 3,000. This person has right now done about $4,000. But his own story is, for me, it's inspiring. You know why? When as of June, he had no income source. He joined around middle of June. He had in fact, he didn't have money to register. He had no money to get started. And the first two people that signed up under him, he missed out on the full commission. He only earned half, because you can actually earn here even if you haven't bought anything. They will pay you half of what you should earn normally. Okay, but you now lose out on the other commissions. So when I started seeing what was happening, I asked him to send me money. I added to it and did his full registration. By the end of June, he had made about $400. End of June. This screenshot, this chart, this was first week in September. Whereas at this time, look at how much he had done. As of right now, he has done about $4,000. Someone who, as of June, had no income source. Others were feeding him, was dependent on others for sustenance. So this is truly life-changing. So once you get on board as an affiliate, remember, affiliates are the ones who make money, who profit from this. So you can either, as an affiliate, you can either buy a builder pack or you can buy an executive pack, and you're seeing the prices in dollars. So just pay attention to the dollar price. Ignore, okay, yeah. So the builder pack, for example, is $74 for 16 sachets, $65 for one bottle. But the executive pack is what pays you the highest commission, because executives get paid more for the same effort. So what do I mean? I'll explain that as we go on. But now that you are on board, you have the opportunity to earn from 3 powerful business models. You can choose to retail the product, which is the most least effective way to make money. You can make money retailing, which is not bad, but it's the least effective. Why do I say it's least effective? Because it's an active income. It's a continuous active income. So if you sell this month, you make 2 million. Next month, you need to sell again to make another 2 million. So you need to continue selling to keep making money. But the next level of connecting customers, as an affiliate, you have an affiliate link. You can now begin to approach businesses, hospitals, hotels, and all of that, letting them know about this product. And anyone who uses your link to create their own account. Why would they create your account, you might ask? Because they want to buy the product at wholesale. As a matter of fact, it's in your best interest. So I always say, if anybody wants to buy, so like I have a hospital that first of all bought a few sachets, and then they now wanted to buy the bottle. No, they wanted to buy 12 sachets. So I said, instead of me selling 12 sachets to you at retail, just create an account so you can get one bottle at the wholesale price, which is what they did. For doing that, every time they buy, you see, anyone who creates an account using your affiliate link, they are now an income source for you permanently, because every time that they make a purchase, you are going to get paid a commission. So for example, I always talk about Elder. Elder is somebody in his 70s, hence the nickname Elder. He was the one that onboarded Covenant University and Landmark. So whenever they make a purchase, so you see, the work in getting the client is once. You've done the work. So you work one time, but you keep getting paid over and over and over. That's passive income. I always tell people not all income streams are equal. There are some people that you are able to sleep and money keeps coming, but you don't build passive income by being passive. You build passive income first by being active. You build it, and then subsequently it continues to pay you over and over again. That's the power of connecting customers. But the biggest income streams come from team building. And what's the difference? Now, I was talking with a guy who's an influencer here in my city. He's very popular. He has a huge network. And he said he doesn't want to build a team. I said, that's fine. You can just stay at the level of connecting customers. Just leverage your networks. Let them create their accounts. That's all. But you see, team building is more powerful, because if you have the ability to bring on board, depending on your schedule and your work ethic, your level of influence in society, some people, it's just a phone call and a governor will take the product, but if you are an average Joe, you may have to send, we have business proposals that we've designed, which you can send to companies. It's pretty compelling, right? But you may be able to bring in maybe 5 businesses a month. But if you share this opportunity with others, which is why we are sharing it, because this kind of industry, the market is too big, it's massive, every state, everywhere. You cannot capture 5% of your state. You can't. Because there are too many people that need schools, churches, hotels, restaurants, hospitals, barbering salons, shopping malls. There are too many. So it only makes sense that you now share the opportunity with other people so that they begin to take their market share. But because you shared with them, whatever they do, you now get a fraction. So I always say that it's better to enjoy 10% of a bigger pie than to enjoy 100% of a tiny pie. Does it make sense? So team building will now help you to enjoy leverage, because if you can only do 5 businesses a month and you have 10 guys who are also doing 5 businesses a month, you can now get paid for 55 businesses a month. So that allows you to multiply your income without multiplying your effort. Multiply your income without multiplying your effort. So let's look at the customer acquisition bonus. This is what they pay you whenever the customers that you referred place an order. It's paid every week. So look at the first example of 16 sachets or 1 bottle. Somebody orders 16 sachets or 1 bottle. If you have a free account, you get paid $8. If you are executive, you get paid 16. But look at Builder is 9.6. Now let's look at the 4 bottles example. The 4 bottles, somebody buys a company. So most small companies will be buying 4 bottles every month. Okay, so 4 bottles every month. If you have a free account, you get $25. If you're a builder, you get $30. If you're executive, you get $50. Now imagine that you have 20 small businesses, shopping malls, hotels. Just imagine that you have 20. Just imagine that you have 20. You're able to get 20 hotels, or say your church, or maybe you are a pastor and you decide to share this with other pastors, because so let's say you don't have time to build a team. You don't want to do MLM, right? You don't have to do MLM, like I explained. So you just want to use your networks as an affiliate. So imagine you don't have 20 churches that are buying every month, and you're an executive. That's $50 times 20 is $1,000 in passive income. You would put in the effort to get to onboard the companies, right? To bring this to their awareness. That's all the work you're doing, is bringing to their awareness. And are you going to be talking and talking? No. You can invite them on a Zoom call such as this. You can send them a PDF of the presentation. You can send them a video. We've got beautifully done videos. You can send them our business proposal. You can send them the commercial white paper. There's so many. You can send them flyers. There's so many things that we've put together to help you to bring this to the awareness of people within your sphere of influence. So even if you are deaf and dumb, you can make money from this. So the customer acquisition bonus allows you to onboard customers, right? Just like a regular affiliate would. And you can get paid passive income every time they place an order. Now, the question is, how long will they place an order? The answer to that is, how long will they buy petrol? How long will they buy diesel? How long are homes going to keep using cooking gas? That will let you know how long they will continue to place an order. All right? So this is customer acquisition bonus, and you earn it only for those that you introduce. So you don't want to do MLM, you can just stay here and you can make good money from here. Elder, whenever Covenant and Landmark buy, he makes over 2 million. In his 70s, he's making over 2 million when one client makes a purchase. If a 72-year-old man had enough vision and courage to do that, and you are 45, and you cannot boast of 10 million in 24 hours, God forbid, if there was an emergency and you needed to put down 10 million to save the life of a loved one, and you cannot do it, then you have no excuse to see an opportunity to create wealth and you turn your back on it. If I was God, I would give you spiritual. Thank God I'm not God. Just write it, say thank God. Just write in thank God. If I was God and you are a father, you are a man, and you cannot have 10 million to save the life of a loved one, and you find opportunities to increase financially. Scripture says money is a defense. That's what scripture says. There are many bad things that happen and they shouldn't happen, but because money is not available, we cannot do what needs to be done. So if Elder is a 72-year-old man in his retirement, is making money from this, and every Tuesday he comes to the Lagos office for presentation, then how dare you at the age of 45, 55, because of timidity, because of excuses, because of limiting beliefs? Well, maybe this is not for you. Maybe this is not for you. Okay, so just thank God I'm not God. Because if I was God, if I was God, I'll be a very strict God. So just thank God that I'm not God, right? But this is customer acquisition bonus. Now let's look at the Jumpstart. For Jumpstart is also the referral bonus that you are paid whenever other affiliates, that's people who want to make money. Customers don't want to make money. Hotels, hospitals, and the likes, they just want to buy wholesale. Affiliates want to make money. So whenever you onboard an affiliate, you get paid the Jumpstart bonus. They use your link, they make their order. So in this example here, right, say they bought the 1 bottle 20 sachet pack. Okay, if you are a builder, you'll be paid $21.6. But as an executive, you'll be paid $36 for that purchase. So all the orders on your first level, your level 1 are people that you onboarded, right? Your level 2 are people on your level 1 introduced. So for every executive pack ordered on your level 2, okay, you will be paid $7.2. For every executive pack ordered on your level 2, you'll be paid $7.6. So $7.2. On your level 3, you'll be paid 5.7. On your level 4, you'll be paid 3.6. Now look at this. Just look at this scenario here. Okay, if on your level 1 you introduce 5 people, you'll be paid $36 in 5 places. Okay, $36 in 5 places, which is $180. Do you see that? On your level 2 now, if your 5 also introduce 5, it's now 25. But 25 times 7.2 is still the same $180. So now you are getting the same income, but not from your effort. On level 3, $125, you are seeing $712 on the activities of other people. Do you now get the power of leverage? Do you get the power of leverage that is at play here? So, when people don't understand, and again, because it's not taught in our schools, most people don't understand how money works. The business owner is thinking of how can he make money from other people's efforts, right? However, most of us are taught to go to school to get a job, to trade our time for money. So you work, you get paid. So you get paid only from what you do. Dangote is not getting paid from what he's sweating to do. He's building systems such that when other people's activities are harnessed, he can get paid. That's the power of leverage at work here. Okay. And unfortunately, most people, I was talking with someone the other day, and I asked her a simple question. I said, if what you currently make in a year, you could make it in a month, how would that be? And you know her response? Her response made me sad. Her response, she said, man, she said that would be very stressful. She said, for me to earn my 1 month salary in my 12-month salary in 1 month, that would be a lot of stress. And you know why I felt so much compassion for her? Because the job she currently does, she has to stand. She's on her feet from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's a stressful job. And how much? I'm sure she's not getting paid 100,000, probably maybe 60 or 70,000. And maybe I'm even being generous, right? But I felt so much compassion. Obviously, she has not read the right books, she hasn't met the right mentors, doesn't understand how money works. But for most people, I was talking to a friend of mine, he's working for the government. But when I asked him, why are you doing this business? He said the reason he's doing this business is because he has seen the people that have worked for government for 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, and he sees where they are and what they earn. He said he does not want to be at that, he doesn't want to be like that when he gets to that age. So he said, I know I have to do something different now. If I don't do anything different, I will arrive at the same destination as those people are. That there was a time when they themselves were in their 30s. Now they are in their 50s. He said, if I don't do something different now in my 30s, my destination will be the same as those people. I don't know if I'm making sense to anybody here. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's just a fact. It's just the truth. If you don't do something different, you will have the same outcomes. 2024 will not be different just because you pray. It will be different because you are doing something different. There was a time, I talk about the story of I went to buy medication for my daughter, then, my 1-year-old. And I asked for augmentin, and they told me 3,000 naira. And I said, do you have the generic one? Don't you generic one? And they said they do. How much? 750. I said, bring it. And so they brought it. So I bought that because I had to buy a lot of things. I was buying Pampers, milk, and all that. So I was trying to stretch the money as far as it could go. Do you understand? And so I bought it and I was driving home. And as I was driving down that road, the movie of what just transpired just played in my mind. And, a voice was talking to me. I was talking to myself that, Joshua, see your life. Look at what you are doing to this child that you say you love at the age of 1. If you are doing this to her when she's 1, where you know what is best, but you settle for what you can afford. For the child that you say you love, you started like this. So when it comes to other decisions, you will continue to make decisions not based on what you know is best for your child, but based on what you can afford. When will you stop playing small? When will you stop playing small? And isn't that what happens to a lot of us? Our kids are going to the schools not because they are the best, but because it's what we can afford. The clothes they are wearing, the food they are eating. You go to shop, you are buying milk, and it's based on the price tag. It's not based on what you know is quality. And if you're on the call tonight and you are in this situation, I'm saying this is an opportunity. Look, I say it here. I say it. I'm not running from poverty. This opportunity is not for you to run from poverty. It is for you to stand and face poverty face to face and smash his head and break his back. That's what we're doing with this opportunity. We're not running from poverty. No, it will never show up in our family tree. It will never show up. It stops here. It stops here. That's why I'm passionate about this business. That's why when I speak to men, I tell men, be strong and be of good courage. God has given us something to change our lives. Don't sleep on it. All it takes, the product cannot speak for itself. It solves a real problem. It solves a pain point, but it cannot speak for itself. Take it upon yourself. Let other people know. Be the solution to business owners. Be the solution to other people. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you will always have what you want. You will always have what you want. So you see me, this animated, this passionate, because I understand how this thing can change a person's life. I understand how it can change a person's life. I know what it is now to earn multiple seven figures, but it wasn't always that way. And I'm extending the same opportunity to everyone that needs it. Let's change our family stories. The rank bonus, in the next 5 minutes, I should be done. Okay, so stay on the call. The rank bonus, the way the rank bonus works, every purchase that is done under you. So now you start to share with companies, individuals, as they are placing orders, there's volume attached to every single order. There's volume attached to every single order. So let's say you have 3 companies that buy 1 gallon. City of David in VI, they purchased 5 gallons in July. So that order would bring 2,000 points from that single order, right? So let's say you have, as people are placing their orders, the volume is being updated real time. You see it in your back office. Once it adds up to 1,000, you're on the 1K rank and you get a $100 bonus. If it adds to 5,000, you're on the 5K rank, you get a $500 bonus. If it's 10,000, you're on the 10K rank, you get a $1,000 bonus. All the way to master affiliates where you get $500,000. Guess what? When you do multiple in a month, you get all the multiple bonuses. I did 10K in my first 21 days. At the end of that month, they paid me $100, $500, and $1,000 just for this rank bonus alone, just for this payout alone. I have someone that I met who did 100K in 2 months. So it's very, very exciting. Okay, now the next payout is so all these are images of people who are, people are crushing big goals here, crushing ranks. What's going on? So people who did the 5K rank, 10K rank, and myself and my upline were blessed enough to be able to do the 50K rank. But we're only just getting started. We're only just getting started. So now the monthly rank bonus. So when you hit a rank for the first time, you get payouts I just mentioned. But now subsequent months for maintaining a rank, they now pay you like a salary called the monthly rank bonus. You maintain 1K, you get $50. Maintain 5K, $150, all the way to master affiliate, where it's a monthly payout of $100,000. That's where we are going. That's where we are going. Our goal is to get as many people to master affiliates as quickly within the next 12 to 18 months. If you run with this business, if you run with the training, you will do master. You will do master affiliate. The customer mastery bonus, why I get so excited is because here, for the same activity, you are paid multiple different ways for the same activity. Remember, you introduce people, you get your referral bonus. Now, because of their orders, they add the volume. The volume places you on a rank, you get another bonus. Subsequent months, based on what people buy again, that volume places you on a rank, and you are now getting a monthly salary. Now, they will isolate the orders that came from customer accounts. Remember, there are customer accounts, they are affiliate accounts. They will now isolate the customer accounts alone, count the volume again. If you now add up to 5,000, they pay you $250. If you add up to 10,000, they pay you $500. All the way to 1 million, where they pay you $20,000. Same activity, paying you multiple different ways. Now, this is where you pay attention. This is the most powerful way that you get paid here. The binary commission. Binary means 2. Okay, binary means 2. So when you create your account, you'll be placed within the system. So let's say you are the one in red. Now, the person that introduced you has more people that he needs to place. He has to place them under people already within the system. So oftentimes you will find that people that you don't know will begin to spill under you, and their activity will contribute to your income, because as they are placing orders, the volume I said is attached to every purchase will count for you, right? Now, so imagine that you came in because you saw the opportunity, and now remember, it's free to create an account. It is free to create an account. Don't forget that. It's free. So you create your free account, you are given a spot. Everyone who begins to come afterwards, you will find that, they'll begin to line up under you, based on the people you're introducing. Imagine that one of them is a big restaurant, one of them is a bank, one of them is a hotel. You don't know them, but their volume now begins to count for you. However, if you waste time in creating your own account, By the time you are finally ready, you say, okay, let me do it next week. People that should have contributed to your own income, now you lose them as an income source. You are the one contributing to their income. So how does it work? How does it play out exactly? Builders will get 10% of the volume on the lesser leg. So look at this example now. You have your right and your left. The people in red, let's say those are the people that you introduce personally, but all the others are counting for you. So in this example, you have 1,000 on your left, 6,500 on your right. Can you see it? If you're a builder, you earn 10% of the lesser leg, which will be $100. If you're executive, you earn 15%, you want $50. Do you see that? Now, you might ask, what will happen to the remaining volume? I'm seeing 6,500 on the right. The 5,500 extra will roll over to the next month where you will still earn on it again. I'm beginning to wrap up now. Leadership check match is also tied to the binary. The binary is the most powerful way that we get paid. Our top and the top income earner in this company is number 3 in the whole world. And this is still a young company. This company is 8 years old. And yet the top income earner here is number 3 in the whole world. She makes over $1 million from the binary and this leadership check match put together. Now, how does this leadership check match work? The people that you introduce personally, they will be on your front line. They are your level 1. Whatever the company pays them in binary, as they are paying them their own, they will pay you 30% to match. So imagine you have all these guys on your level 1 who are earning $1,000 each, $1,000 each. You will now be paid $300 as they are getting their 1,000 each. On your level 2, you get 20%. So imagine all these guys are earning $1,000 each. You get $200 on each to match their check. It's not out of their money, to match their check. On the third level, as they are paying them $1,000, you're getting $100. And the beautiful thing is, the deeper it goes, the more people there are. If I use myself as an example, and please keep in mind, I'm not the standard. I'm a pretty hard worker. I'm fired up. I want to change my life. I want to destroy every appearance of poverty in my family tree. So I'm a pretty hard worker, and I wish everybody would be the same. But in my first month, I had 16 people that bought, who came on board. Second month, I had 8. Third month, I had, I think, just 2. In all, I don't think I brought up to 30. But now there are about 5,000 people within my entire organization, right? So the deeper it goes, the more people there will be. Again, it's leverage. It's leverage. It's not one person doing a lot. It's many people doing a little that becomes a lot. So in wrapping up and closing this, the global bonus pool, okay, I should change this figure because 1 share. So you earn 1 share valued, say, between $45 to $70 for every 4 customers or affiliates in a month who buy a builder pack. Remember I said they pay you multiple ways for the same activity. So imagine that you introduce 4 people now who bought. You've earned your referral bonus, which I showed you earlier on. An executive pack, for example, you get your $36 in 4 places, $144. But because the number adds up to 4, you will now earn 1 share. Last month for September, 1 share was $57. Do you see that? If it's 8, you will qualify for 2 shares. If it's 12, 3 shares. The same activity paying you multiple different ways. Is this exciting? If you are excited, I want you to call money in your native dialect. Call money in your mother tongue. Let money hear your voice tonight. Let money hear your voice tonight. Money is coming to us in increasing amounts on a daily basis. On a daily basis. On a daily basis. As somebody is saying, Gary, you mean money is Gary in your mother tongue? Are you serious? What language is that? I say call money in your mother tongue. And only Yoruba people there here. They see owo, ego, correct. My Igbo people are here. My Igbo people, they're not joking with this thing. Thief language. Niyare, correct. Money and hard work. Nice. So for those of you who are ready, the month is still young. Today is the 10th of October. So you have 21 days. You have 21 days to the end of the month. Correct. My outside people are here. You have 21 days to the end of the month. You can still do 10K this month if you take advantage of all the tools that we have here. Now, if you are part-time, it doesn't matter. You have a full-time job. Leverage our tools. Leverage our system. Leverage everything that we have made available to help you to grow fast. And we've got a number. I mean, we have the business proposal, we've got short videos, we've got full presentations on video, we've got PDFs, we have the Zoom call, we do WhatsApp trainings and presentations. So there's a number of different ways that you can begin to bring this to the awareness of those in your immediate sphere. So leverage the tools we've created. And so this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to drop a link to a WhatsApp group right now. For those of you that are ready to run, please, if you are not ready to run, don't join this group. I beg you. This is for those that are ready to run. This came for some people, not everyone. So if you know that this came for you, I'm going to drop a link to this WhatsApp group. Join that WhatsApp group. We'll send you in that group, you have all the step-by-step on how to create your account, how to place your order, how to get your shipping and all of that. But once you do that, we'll now share. So there's a number of myself, J Mama, there's a number of great leaders here. This is actually the fastest growing team in the company, because of the leaders that I'm working with. I was blessed to be able to hit 50K. I'm the fastest 50K in Nigeria right now, because of the amazing leaders that are here in this team. So what's going to happen is once you create your account, you make your payments, we will transfer you to a training group where we'll now help you launch your business. I'll be sharing with you the strategies, the tools, exactly what I did to help me hit 10K in 21 days. Okay, so all the tools, all the strategies, all of that, you're going to have all of those things at your disposal. So click on this link that I just dropped in the chat for those that are ready to get started and you are ready to run. Okay, if you're not ready to run, please don't just bother. Okay, but before the end of the year, we want to help at least 1,000 people get to $1,000 in income. That's right, 1,000 people to get to $1,000 in income. The product we have is powerful enough to deliver those results because the need for the product is all around us. It's all around us. The more companies we help, the more households we impact, the more money that we get to make. So I just dropped that link in the chat. I hope you can see it. I hope everyone can see the link. I hope you can see the link. So if you can see the link, please just click on that link. It will take you into a WhatsApp group. Once you're in that, to create your account. J Mama, if you're on the call, can you just please unmute your mic and just talk to us in 1 minute? When you saw this, what did you see? Why did you run? Why are you excited? And what has your experience been? I've made you co-host so you can unmute your mic, Mama. Thank you. I hope you are on the call with us, J Mama. It appears J Mama is not on the call with us. So maybe she's here in spirit, but not in body. Anyway, so she's one of the phenomenal leaders, that are leading this. She has one of the fastest growing, here in this company as well. And I was just hoping I would be hear from her tonight. Anyway, so at this point, this is where I will be dropping the mic. I believe you've heard enough to make an informed decision. Look, if you don't understand the presentation, it's fine. When I joined, those of you that were there from June, you remember, I didn't know the compensation plan. I created this Zoom. I designed these slides. I didn't have any slides, but I was telling people, create your account. I said, this is a wealth transfer about to happen. Create your account. All I knew was, because I know the history of the product. Back in 2013, I knew a guy that built 2 houses in 6 months with this product. And later, somebody came to my house, like last month, my brother-in-law brought somebody to my house. And the guy was telling me that back then, he said he was making about $5,000 between himself and his wife a month. But he said the guy that we're working with from Ghana, Solomon, was doing over $100,000. $100,000 every single month. So I was just excited. And I knew that this was going to change our lives. So even if you don't understand the slides, you don't understand the compensation plan. I watched the CEO's video 10 times. I still didn't get it, but I was moving. Because why? Share. You see, if you are slow, somebody that should have been within your own system, somebody else will get there. So you don't waste time. You quickly move. You quickly move. You quickly move. So at this point, I'm going to stop the meeting. Thank you very much for being on the call with us tonight. For those of you who are ready, we look forward to having you on the inside and celebrating your success story. Thank you for being with us on the call. The next presentation, Zoom present, will be on Thursday, Look forward to seeing you then.